Amaya, a drum major from Ohio, asks, how do I make freshmen feel welcome at band camp? Amaya, this is so good because every person wants to feel welcomed and valued. And so the best way to do that is honestly so simple. Here it is. It's to learn their name. If you can memorize people's names, and especially after the first time that you meet them, they are going to be floored that this junior or senior remembered my name and they know who I am. There are some tricks that you can start using today at band camp to memorize people's names. And here's how effective it is. I was teaching a leadership camp of 20 people, and within an hour, I learned every single one of their names. The crazy part is 3 months later, when I came back to do their band camp and teach their drum majors, I still remembered the kids' names and were able to call them as I saw them go by. What I say that for is every time I said someone's name, they smiled and thought, oh, you remember my name? It's crazy how effective it can be to build relationships with people if you just take the time to learn their name. So these are going to sound silly, but here's some tricks that I use to quickly learn people's names. The key is connecting what their name is to some absolutely absurd image that you make in your head. So for instance, with the name Rachel, Rachel sounds like Ray Chill. And so you might think about chill rays or ice beams coming out of Rachel's eyeballs and freezing everyone around, and people are slipping on the sidewalk because of it. The more vivid that you make and crazy you make this image in your head, the more fun it's going to be. And two, it will be absolutely unforgettable. So every time you see Rachel, you'll see her shooting these ice beams out of her eyes. Or one more example, Amaya might sound like my hug. And so I can imagine that someone is coming to give Amaya a hug, and then another person swoops in and says, my hug. And then another person, and soon there are swarms of people hugging Amaya. And so now every time that I see her, I will think, my hug. And that will remind me of Maya. So I challenge you during band camp today, learn some freshmen's names, do this crazy absurd trick, and maybe I'll answer your question tomorrow. High five.